I think I mentioned maybe last stream very briefly, like briefly mentioned it. But yeah, I went to Maryland last week. So the big draw of going to Maryland was that they had film locations for the Blair Witch Project. I'm sure you guys have seen that movie, and you know it took place in Maryland. So one of the locations was like the very first opening part of the movie where the team like rolled into the town. I think I have, yeah, there you go, Burkittsville. So the downside about this sign, we took a picture of it because it's in the same place of the original sign, but ever since the movie came out, the original sign got like yoinked. So some super fan of the film has the original sign somewhere in their basement, so they end up having to replace it. So this is probably as good as we'll get to like the OG sign, or at least location wise. But people suck. I mean, yeah, people suck. But like the graveyard itself though is pretty cool. Like the only downside is with the moment we like stepped out of the car, bam, farmland smell. And it's like, yeah, I think we're like right next to it. I don't know if I took a picture of it or not. You can't see it in this one here, that there is like there's like a barn. Hold on, get like a smaller pen.
Bam! Kicking balls!
Like there's like a smaller barn over here. I'm trying to find like a brush that can like work as a good pointer. I don't think I have anything like that. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Over here, there's like a barn here. But yeah, like it's weirdly peaceful though. Like when it comes to graveyards though, it's like hella peaceful graveyard. At least when you're dead, the smell's not a concern. Yeah, that's true. But like I went for like full, I guess you could say I went full max mode, because I ended up taking a lot of like picturesque like angles and shots like that. Also, the town is like hella old too, and god, another thing too is that like because to get to this point we had to go through like the rest of the town, and we clocked out there was an ice cream, like a cute little ice cream shop, and it's like, oh, actually we could go there after this and like and also use the bathroom because we need this bathroom. So after we were done here, we rolled up over to that ice cream shop. I was the only guy that had melanin in their skin. Like I was the only person of color at that ice cream shop. It was just like, I never felt so out of place. And like I'm dressed in a way that like I tried to blend in with locally, but nothing would have like helped in that regard. Like I stuck out pretty badly. Certified small town moment, absolutely. Oh, another thing too, like when we took a picture of the sign here, out of nowhere, like a dude like just like manifested like off to the left of us, and we hear him screaming, like, or not screaming but yelling. But then we clocked it that he's like yelling at us, and we're like, "Hey, what?" And he's like, "Don't break it." And it's like, "Oh, don't worry, we won't." And it's like, okay, so I guess people have shown up here. We're not the only like tourists, I suppose, right? But you know, it's like it puts into perspective of like geez, like over the years, but it still maintains its like old feel, like old school vibe, you know? Wait, you were the only colored person there? Yeah, it was a small town in the middle of Maryland. I was the only that I could see, like that in that ice cream shop. Just all white people. Who did you go with? Well, with Ray, or Reagan Dragon, as he's known here. And we did make that observation. And he was like, "Yep, that's expected here." But yeah, while we're here in the cemetery, we did try our best to replicate the shot from the movie, where the main character Heather was trying to do her little documentary thing. But we made an observation though that this headstone here, it's like flipped, because like on the other side of this gravestone, it is like, it does have the plaque right here on the other side. So at some point they like flipped it. I don't know why, but I don't know. We tried our best to get the angle as best as we could. And yes, that is me right there.
It's getting kind of cute.
As most as y'all will get to a selfie. Might have been knocked over. It's possible.
It's getting kind of cute.
But like it is nearly identical. It's just weird that like it still says like, you know, flock like on it, but it also says flock on the other side of it too, but it has that plaque. I don't know. It was a weird observation. Yeah, it's like, huh, it's like flipped.
Got milk?
Wait, what?
Darsal _ Saber just cheered 100 bits.
What?
I'm gonna sneak cut behind you.
Okay. Wait, are there... I'm trying to read that. Wait, there are more gravestones in y'all's pick? Is that graveyard still used? Yeah, so you can kind of see it, because in the original, in the movie, like you have, you know, this gravestone and these two smaller ones here. So when we went, there are two new ones right here too. So there's still like our graves actually there. And like in walking around, like there are newer ones. There are some really old ones though. Obviously, those are the ones I took pictures of. Let's see. Are there shots of older ones? You can kind of tell. Like you can tell from the hella old ones and the really new ones. Like this one's pretty new. These are like really old. But yeah, there are new graves being like held there. Imagine dying and being buried next to someone that's like 400 years old. I mean, like that's actually kind of cool. Shit. But yeah, no, this was like stop number 1. I thought it was pretty cool. Gonna head to sleep. All right, good night, Papa. After that, so the next set of locations are very minor. For example, like this little shack here. So across from that was where the crew parked their van and, you know, never returned to again. We were surprised that this was still up. So this is at the this is like at the very beginning of the movie, you know, before they entered the woods. But after that, we go further deeper. There was that river that they were interviewing a bunch of like fishermen at. This would be that river. We couldn't really find the exact location of like where they interviewed like the fishermen. We assumed it was like around here, but this place was like very like really cool. Like there were like trails you could go and like jog down. There was one random chick that was like just on her phone, sitting on the rock. But you know, it's really pretty though. The further we go though, down the river, we would finally get to the place where they deemed it as Coffin Rock. So in the movie, Coffin Rock was a scene of a crime where they found a bunch of like at least 5 dudes disemboweled and arranged in a circle. And then when the cops like showed up at that the scene of the crime, the bodies like were all missing. So this would be Coffin Rock right here. And it would be that scene where Heather was like squatting down and actually like telling that story. The cool thing about this though is that there's this I guess you could say the headstone part, because you kind of see it here, because it's like a big slab of rock that lays into the river, but you have this like this rock here, right here, that kind of acts like a headstone. But the headstone is like pretty decorated though, because obviously we have like the Blair Witch, like, you know, bundle of sticks that, you know, are tied together. And like, thank God that's there, because it made it like solidified like, okay, this is Coffin Rock, got it. And like the cool thing we did, the more we looked, there's a bunch of like handprints like painted onto the rock, and it's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. Because another unfortunate thing, like what we could have done is we could have gone to the location where the house was, you know, like the third act of the movie where like everyone like is like running through the woods and they find a big house and they go into it, and we'll eventually get to that, like this scene here. So that house is actually gone. It got demolished like 20 years ago. Only thing is left is like rubble, but it's been 20 years, so I'm sure people have like snagged any good memorabilia. I would have wanted to go there to at least see like that one hallway that's like covered in like child fingerprints. But I know that's just like long gone. So it was actually kind of nice to like see like, oh, they did the whole fingerprint thing here instead. So I'm happy about that. So we have that. Like when it comes to like all the locations we could do. However, hold on, let me bring up the screen here. There was a park not too far away from this location that me and Ray went to, because he wanted to show me this thing. This is Porky the Litter Eater. So I didn't know anything about this until Ray showed me what it does.
Oh. What the fuck?
Hold on.
Oh.
Hi kids, I'm Porky the Litter cardboard and soft drink cans, but never feed me bottles or broken glass.
No.
Glass gives me a stomachache. Find me some paper now and watch me gobble it up. I'm hungry. Hungry.
No. Absolutely destroy me. No. No.
Actually haunting.
No.
Actually haunting. Die.
No.
You have to ask Ray for the video.
No.
We did do a video of me trying to
No.
like pull like put a cup in its mouth. It's as disturbing like in person than it is like honestly.
When am I gonna get between them cheeks?
I had this like old ass video because it's cursed and I love that shit. However, it's equally cursed in person. The audio the audio is like not like, yeah, what kid would like fucking go near that? I don't know, dude. It's been there forever. Like this video is 17 years old and it's still there. It has like a new coat of paint on it clearly, but it's still weird. Is it an incinerator? No, it's a compactor. Trash compactor. So you put trash in its mouth. You put trash in its O face, and then you can hear the machine like whirring in the background. It's like it's very loud. You can hear it. it's very Silent Hill like worthy type deal. Can you fuck it? You know what, Frost? I'm sure if you ask nicely, Ray will take you to this and you can do whatever you want with it. But we did go to this thing, but we also went to the park we went to. First of all, evil, because we at this point we were like we need to use the bathroom badly, so we go to like at the very top, like apparently the bathrooms are like right in the middle of the park, so we walked all the way up the hill to go to the bathroom section, and we look and it's like, sorry, all our bathrooms are closed for the winter. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? I guess people will like, squatters would go in there and like, live in there or whatever. Sure. But like, it's like 4:00. You can't have like someone to like have that open. We have like people come here. It was like weird. So that was locked up. And then we're like, okay, well, the parking lot to the park had porta potties. So let's go back to the parking lot to see if we can go to the bathroom. We go back, walk all the way down the hill, go to the parking lot, only to see that the porta potties have padlocks on them. So those are locked up too. So it's like, why the fuck is any of this here? So we were like, okay, what's nearby that will for sure have bathrooms? And we're like, okay, there's a mall nearby that's like 10 minutes away. Can we hold it in for 10 minutes? Yeah, sure. And we go to the mall just to take a piss. So that happened. And oh god. Oh. All right, let me go ahead and like try to like get to the rest of this so I can like end stream and take medicine. All right, so we did the graveyard, we did the Blair Witch stuff. What's the next one? Oh yeah, okay. So next day, we went to the Museum of Natural History. Pretty dope. So this is actually in DC, not necessarily Maryland. We went into DC, Washington DC. Oh god. Oh, also the music stopped. Oh, because of Porky. That's right. So we went to the Museum of Natural History. Really dope. Oh god. The the thing is, like, I wanted to go there because when I had the field trip, mind you, I went to a private Christian school. So when we had our big field trip to DC, Philadelphia, and New York, for DC, we only went to like the Capitol building, Jefferson Monument, and I think the Lincoln Memorial as well. But we weren't allowed to go to the Natural History Museum because, correct, it is a dunkel. I call it the dunkel, but Dunkel Osseous, correct. We weren't allowed to go to the Natural History Museum because evolution. So I missed out. But man, I loved this museum. The only downside is that it was hella crowded. Granted, we did go on a Friday, so if we went on like maybe a Thursday or Wednesday maybe, because like I don't know, it was so crowded because like they had, I'm sure they had field trips. We saw buses, there were kids there. It was pretty crowded, but yeah, we made the most of it though. So like I took about a bunch of snapshots of the aquatic section. I took a lot of pictures of, but I wanted the money shot of like the Megalodon mouth. Wait, your Catholic school didn't teach evolution? Mine did. I'm pretty sure I said private Christian school. Christian. I mean, granted, yes, like they're under that umbrella, but like for us, we were taught creationism. We weren't taught evolution. Like that was a big thing where it's like, you know, God made Adam and Eve and then all the creatures on and all that, and we all lived all at once apparently, and all the dinosaurs got wiped out in the flood and all that shit. But yeah, again, why more so why we weren't allowed to go here, because like otherwise they would have like, you know, put that shit to the test. Yeah, Catholic and Christians are different, and one side is more hardlined about beliefs than the other. Yeah, but at this point it's like there's like a blur, like the lines, I don't know, maybe the lines are blurring now. I don't know what Catholicism is like nowadays, but yeah, no. Also, my favorite synapsid, the Dimetrodon. Look at this boy. I love him so much. His awkward face. But dude, I loved this museum though because it goes hard with the fossils. Look at that. This is like a giant sloth. It's like, I'm not doing it justice. Like it, once you're like seeing it like in person, it's scary massive. It's kind of like, kind of glad that they are dead, because like one swipe from these things is like you're done. You're past tense. Here's a picture of a Ceratosaurus and a Stegosaurus battling it out. But the sucky thing about this museum though is that a lot of their displays are behind glass, so it was impossible to get like a clean picture without like a reflective glare, and I hated that with a passion because like I could never make it work. But I mean, I tried. I honestly tried. Oh yeah, this is how I look at y'all sometimes. I got tired of people trying to ride the dinosaurs. You use Photoshop to remove glare. Yeah, that's if I. Yeah, I mean, if I have Photoshop, which I don't. But obviously the money shot was like the T-Rex skeleton attacking the Triceratops skeleton, and it does put into scale of like how big these things are, like especially Triceratops. You often don't think the Triceratops was that big, but it's pretty big. Same thing with the T-Rex. Oh no, Daddy Tops. And a shot of the Diplodocus, the long boy. But yeah, there was like so much to try to like take pictures of. And like the downside is like I hate feeling like a tourist taking pictures of everything. The long way. But what was cool though, there was a lab section where you can actually like watch people like dig around for fossils. Well, I say dig around, I mean like they got like a sample plate of minerals where like I think it shows right here like what they were looking for, like through sediment. And you can actually see like on the monitor of like them like sifting through in like little sections. And you get to see like, you know, point out it's like, oh, that black piece might be like a fossil or whatever. And you see him like wet a little brush and like snag it. It was actually kind of fascinating to watch. Very therapeutic probably too. But it was actually really cool to just see like behind the scenes of like what they have to do to like, you know, find specimens to put on display. And here's like a cast of something right here too. You know, seeing the magic at work. Really cool, really cool. And here is actually what an actual like fossilized specimen of a Stegosaurus like was like. And like what we see in display are basically like reconstructions, but like this is exactly like what they actually like dig up. Like it's not perfect. It's like all like pieces like broken up and all that. And like here's another like more detailed like example of like a bunch of bones just like laced on top of each other. It's like I can't imagine. And we made comments about it. It's like we could not imagine like where to even start when trying to like excavate this shit, because I know I would probably like chip away at a bone and that's actually rock, and it's like, oh fuck, well I just ruined it, you know. But seeing how like this is what it's actually like, it's like holy shit. But yeah, that's one part of the Natural History Museum though. The rest, we'll have to go like in order here. First of all, it's massive. Like it's so massive. And you get like once you go upstairs, you get shots of like the other like exhibits. This is like the deep sea exhibits here, which is really cool. Speaking of deep sea, the Hope Diamond was there, dude. Getting the shot of the Hope Diamond was like really tricky, because like once we like entered the room, because like the section where it was in the geology section, which I wish we could have like saw like more, but it was so filled to the point where like the temperature rose. Like there were so many people in there, because when you are like out in the auditorium, in the atriums of the building, it's like it's pretty brisk. But once we stepped foot in there, it got hot. It was like, oh no, this is all from body temperature. It was musky. It was gross. I felt gross in there. So I'm like, our plan was like, let's go find the Hope Diamond, get a picture of it, no matter like what the cost, and then peace out. And they had the Hope Diamond on this little display that does rotate around, and I had to like time it just right because like it does not stay in one position long enough. But I mean, this is the best I could do, and like this is like from a distance too. I wish I was closer, but there were like a bunch of like kids in front of me. This is the best I could get of the Hope Diamond. But after that, there was like this place. I don't know. We didn't explore every part of this museum. But there was a part where you they revealed that too early. But there was a part where we went into a section where it's like what your phones are made out of, and it shows like more of like all the elements, like all the minerals and elements that like metals that your phone is made out of. And throughout this whole exhibit, they have like drawings of this cat, and like it's very inclusive. Is very DEI kind of, because like it was like a person like with crutches and stuff like that, explaining technology and its impact on the youth. But like I'm convinced that whoever like drew this is like a furry, because like why do this? Like this is interesting. Like I don't like these are for sure. Like come on now. I know this person's a furry. They have to be. And like, but it's cute though. Like again, if I was having a field trip and bringing my students along, I would take them through the cell phone section, because it like I think it's important to see like what they use on the daily, and I feel like these little illustrations are helpful in that regard, you know. But yeah, I had to take pictures of the furry bait. Like it's really cute. Also, I want to use that as an icon for something. I don't know, but y'all make me feel like this sometimes, and you know. That's it. Yeah, that's it. There was another exhibit, very brief, but there was a mummy exhibit, and the whole time, and this whole part, I mean, first of all, on the topic of furries, I'm like, hey, this is a furry. These are furries. I feel these are furries. I feel like that's Anubis, this persona, like tending to your body to put your organs in jars for the gods. You know, like that's a but this whole exhibit was ruined for me, because here, let me show you why. Let me show you why this exhibit was ruined.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
That's it. Like the whole time in my head, it's just been that while going through this entire exhibit. Just trying to appreciate like looking at actual mummy remains, and my brain is just like they can only replicate one sound. Oh.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
Like I wanted to appreciate this soul part, just but I couldn't. My degenerate brain could not let me. it didn't help that like I saw the sarcophagus here too. I'm like, it's like, oh, it's like I'm getting flashbacks. I thought it was gonna be stroking it version. Oh, the stroking it version is cool, but this one's iconic though. Over here, stroking my dick. Oh well, got lotion my dick, stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man, for real. But past that point though, we went through the animal section. There was an animal section where it has like the like skeletons of animals, and those are fascinating too. But but I thought like I'm sure y'all would just like want to see like the actual like taxidermied stuff because these are like hella cute. Well, hold on, let me get the music back. Like they're really cute, but also I saw a boar there. Like obviously I had to get a picture of the boar, and honestly they're pretty massive. Like they're huge, dude. Like it's roughly as big as my desk right now. Like I didn't think they were that big. Pretty intimidating. It was pretty intimidating. And of course we had to get a picture of the raccoon. Look at him. Just chilling there. And this little guy, I took this one because I knew Ethan would appreciate the possum. It's a pretty good possum. And I don't know. I'm like I do love black bears because they're like the most like friend shaped bear. Like, what if dangerous? Why friend shaped? You know. But I say that because they had a grizzly on display, and he fucking massive. Like what? Do you have him caked up? Damien, yeah, there you go, yeah, Damien. And also, it doesn't help that like they tried to draw it out on his little like plaque, info plaque, and it's like, why he like that though? Why he standing like that? I wanna draw over that. Yeah, like why did they give him a beard? Why did they do that? Why is he throwing it back? But it's like, again, these pictures don't do it justice. This thing is massive, dude. Like actually intimidating. But the taxidermy is like really good though. He's standing like your tuber when you talk. Okay, well, we're not gonna. We're not gonna make that comparison. But yeah, there was that part. Do I have more? Okay, yeah, I do have like a little bit more. But like majority of like the highlights was this stuff though. That one.
When am I gonna get between them cheeks?
Yeah. There was a distillery that we also went to, called Dragon Distillery. And what it is, it's like D&D themed distillery. And it's pretty dope. Like it's pretty big. Oh wait, what does it say? Metal not in the affairs of dragons, for they will find you crunchy and good with ketchup. Like it's so look, man, it look like nut. It looks like nut. All right, it looks like nut. All right. But yeah, they had like a really cool arrangement though, and they had like freaking dwarven morning blend. Like they have like a bunch of like whiskeys and
Got milk?
cocktails. It's pretty good. I kind of want the dwarven more because it tastes like it has like a hint of coffee to it, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of dope. Like have that, mix it with like cream. Ooh. But yeah, here's an actual like it's just like a full-on section where you can like there is like a place you can order food off to the right, but a bunch of like board games, so you can like you can get a table and like do games there too. And you can like do like more there are more tables in the back over here, and you can like, you know, reserve a table to play D&D. Like they do D&D nights, so that's like another cool thing. But we got Captain's Rod, which is spiced rum. Pretty good. Oh god, the journey to get all the ingredients for the cocktail was such a pain. That seems to be like the most of like the time consuming parts of our trip, was like just trying to find things, like just normal to reach things, but it becomes more of a journey just to get them, because we just needed ginger ale and limes, right? Like that's all we needed. But we go out and we spot, oh well, we were like, you know what, let's pick up some autism pizza, and then we'll like hit up a grocery store nearby. And you could have met just your soulmate at Whole Foods. I don't know. I don't think there was a Whole Foods like near there though. I know there was like a Whole Foods near Wally though. Obviously, yeah, like we clocked that. But where Ray was, I don't think there was. We did see there was a Food Line, and like when we were picking up the pizza, and we're like, okay, well, we just like drive on over. But it was weird though, because like a random truck like sped off from the parking lot, and it was loud enough for us to be like, oh Jesus Christ, what was his deal? And then we go to well, we get out of our car about to go to Food Line, and then a random chick was like, are you guys going to Food Line? And we're like, yeah. Why, what's up? And then she's like, I think they're closed. And we checked the time on like, you know, this particular one, like they'll close at like 11, but it was still 10. And we're like, oh shit, I don't know, that might have been why that dude sped off, because like it was probably closed when he got here too. And we felt bad because there was another chick that was like right next to us. She already unpacked her truck full of like grocery bags, you know, like the zip up ones to, you know, insulate cold food or whatever. She already like unpacked like 5 of them bitches into a cart. And she's like, you serious? And I'm like, yeah, it seems like it. And we felt so bad. And we were like, okay, there's a Safeway we could go to, but it's a little bit off, and we'd be cutting it close. And then we're like, okay, here, let's go to this gas station. I'm sure this gas station might have like mix-items, right? Go to the gas station. Nah, it didn't have the ginger ale or the lime juice, even like lime juice. We were looking for like lime juice. And we're like, fuck it, okay, where else can we go? And we go to an actual like liquor store. They had ginger ale, but no lime juice. And like, I forgot where we went finally to get the lime juice. I think it was probably another gas station, I think. And then, again, it was a journey just to get like 2 items. And like, thank God the pizza was still warm by the time we put it in like a little like bag to keep it warm, but like still. Long drawn out story of how we went to like 3 stores just to get stuff for this particular drink to drink it. Along with that though, we did get from the same place, from the distillery. It was called Dragon Pie. and it's like a lemon meringue moonshine and lemonade. Fucking amazing. It's actually pretty good. The thing we can say, and we kind of like range it to be like, you know, if it's consumable enough for me or Ethan, because me, I would drink, if it's perfume, I'll still drink it. However, this one is very much an Ethan drink. Like, it's sour, it's sweet, it does not have like a, you can still tell like there's like alcohol involved, but it's not offensive. Like, it's like a gentle knock of alcohol just to remind you like, hey, you're drinking alcohol. However, it's sour and sweet enough that like I feel like this would definitely be like something Ethan will like. And to be fair, also dangerous, because I probably could drink like a whole pack of these bitches and be fucking turned. It's really good. It's really, really good. But yeah, if Dai and Frostbite are ever curious about Dragon Distillery, I highly recommend the Dragon Pie. And doing a Captain's Rod, mixed with ginger ale and lime juice. And also, hell, I mean, you can experiment with the Dwarven Morning Blend with some like cream, maybe coconut water, just to like give it more of that well, I don't know, maybe would coconut work? I don't know. A cream, like it needs a cream because of that coffee flavor to it. It's so good.
There's something wrong with me.
Yeah, no, not coconut water, but like coconut cream, I think. Coconut cream, that's probably what I was looking for. But I don't know, coconut cream would go with it. But you need it needs like a cream. Some kind of cream to complement with the coffee flavor. But those would be my two picks for me. But yeah. But yeah, apart from that, the trip was pretty chill. It was just really short though. Like I mentioned, it would have been a longer trip if I didn't get delayed, because I was supposed to be there on Monday, but my flight kept getting delayed to the point where I'm like, at this point I won't like show up until midnight. So I'm like, I'm gonna cancel this flight and reschedule it. And they had no flights for Tuesday. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to get the earliest one I could get on a Wednesday, and I stuck with that. And the reason why was because Monday was like, apparently they were getting tornado warnings, so obviously they weren't gonna risk that, even though like no tornadoes like showed up, but it was a warning, and I get that. And insult to injury, my connection flight was in Atlanta, and Atlanta was having a winter storm at that point too, so nothing was flying out through Atlanta, so it fucked everything up. Yeah, TSA is fucked right now. Well, TSA I had no problem with. It's just like the flying, it was the issue. But correct, TSA, well, unless you have pre-check. I have pre-check, so I just went like through the line. But TSA is like, you know, it's a gamble, because when I went on my return flight, like there was like barely no one there. But maybe that's more so like at major airports, maybe like Atlanta or LAX probably are like more severely impacted by the TSA stuff. B was sending an Arcadia Bay tornado at us. Okay, first of all, if you're gonna say that, you should say E621 tornado. But yeah, back to my point, it was a double whammy of me not flying out. And I think the fact that like there were no flights on Tuesday was a big sign that like it's gonna be fucking crazy. So I'm like, yeah, no, because like all the connecting flights, all the flights that like would have gone for like 2 days, it's all gonna like try to catch up. So I'm like, I'm gonna go for Wednesday, be safe with it. And sure enough, it worked. Flew pretty like no trouble whatsoever. But that was only that was the downside, that like we could only like do so much. And then obviously on Saturday I got to meet Frostbite in the flesh. We picked up Frostbite first. The poor guy had to endure he had to endure 2 people who have ADHD, one medicated, one not, and just like endure us like yapping about Tyler Perry for like however long until we got to the destination of what was it, the barbecue place to meet Di and Wally. Which at some point I want to play that documentary on stream at some point. But it's 4 hours though. But I don't know, I thought it's fascinating at some point. Oh yeah, the barbecue place we had lunch at, it had, you can't move the tables because the tables are like bolted to the floor. It was so weird. Like,
what the fuck?
It's yeah, like I've never seen that before. Because like we had like a odd amount of people, because it was like me, Ray, Frostbite, Wally, Di, so 5 people. We had like odd amount of people, and we were like, oh, let's like pull like tables together, right? We go to the back, not able to do that because all of the tables are like bolted to the floor, and it's like, whoa, fuck. Okay, well, we'll go back to the original dining area because there were tables that were not bolted, so we just moved those over. Oh, and the banana pudding, dude, that was the biggest disappointment. Like, that was the biggest disappointment. Like, because I saw the picture of it. I'm like, oh, okay, that should look good. And then you got it. I'm like, okay, how dare you? And then you offered. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I dug in and I paused. And I'm like, wait, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. Yeah, no, that was me eating the pudding too. Like, I was squinting. I'm like, what? I'm like, what did they do to it? And we learned that, well, one, the bananas were too young. Like, they were too ripe, or not too ripe. They weren't ripe enough to the point where they were like firm, really, really firm. Like, so you use really young bananas. That's already like strike number 1. Strike number 2 was like the breading, because like classically you either use Nilla wafers crushed up Nilla wafers, or layer them whole if you want to. They didn't do any of that. They put the Nilla wafers on the very top, right? And some whipped cream. They didn't do that throughout. Instead, they used cornbread to layer between like the pudding and sections. I've never seen that before, where they use cornbread in banana pudding.
What the fuck?
And it was hard too. And like, I guess it would be hard because they would have had it in the fridge. But it's like hard, cold cornbread. And that's why I was squinting. I'm like, something's like really off here. Hard and dry. Yeah, it was hard and dry. It actually sounds good if it was like right kind of cornbread. Like, yeah, there is sweet cornbread, but it tasted like whatever they had left over, crushed up, and just put like in the middle of the banana pudding. Like it was weird. It was like the worst anime betrayals I've ever had. Because I looked at that, I was like, oh, that may be good. Because like the barbecue place is like a southern barbecue place or whatever. It had good ribs. It had really good ribs. I really like the ribs.
Yes.
And the brisket, but like, man, that banana pudding, like, it made me feel a way that I don't want to revisit anytime soon. But after that, we did have like actual like quality dessert because what was it? Dai sent us to, well, not sent us, but like we followed him over to an ice cream place, which had pretty good soft serve. What was it? I had the cookies and cream, or was it Cookie Monster? I had like, it was like a blue and something. So it probably was like a Cookie Monster-esque one, but it's like 1/2 Cookie Monster, 1/2 Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. The only downside is that, you know, it was kind of like packed. There were kids there, and I think, and I it's the only place I could think of that would have like caught, like, where I've kind of been I could have been like contaminated by. It's the only place I could think of, because anywhere else we went, it wouldn't make sense. That's the only place that made sense. But apart from that, like, it was pretty cool, like, to just chill and sit down when we could, because like there were a bunch of kids there. The museum sauna, well, the museum sauna was like on a different day. Like that was like Friday. Yeah, that was Friday. And I didn't start like show symptoms until Monday. So like, I don't know, like it made more sense that like, okay, I probably caught something on Saturday, incubated on Sunday, and then started to actually feel the symptoms on Monday. But I also like, I mean, like, the more I talk about it, because like, yeah, sure, it had a lot of kids, but it was like a lot of kids just being foul, because like I'm sitting there and we were like all talking like at the table, but like directly like across from us, like they were like, there's like a big bench that looked like a big ice cream sandwich or whatever, and like as we're oh, there was like a play center like right next to it, so a ice cream place right next to it makes sense, and like why there was a bunch of kids. But this ice cream sandwich thing, like, it, you know, like I said, it looks like it's a big bench that looks like it's like made out of ice cream, and like some random kid like did like a drive-by, like he was like already hyper, he grabbed like the armrest of that bench and like looked at it because it looks like an ice cream cone, and like the mom had to like peel him off of it, be like, don't do that. But there was already a kid already sitting there that watched that kid just do that, and that kid on the bench ended up licking the same armrest that that other kid did. And like, I don't know if I made a face, but like I saw that and I'm like, ugh. But I didn't say anything because like we were all like talking about like how I didn't want to go back to Florida. Like I was trauma dumping about that. I miss them seeing that do that. I think you were like more so like angled in a way that you wouldn't see that, but the way I was sitting like directly, like my body facing that in that direction though. You were looking more like a little bit like 45 degrees like past Wally, I think. So all that happened like directly behind him. So with that context, it's like God knows like what the tables like, because like we know they probably don't like wipe down the tables after everyone, and like we picked the outside tables too. So it's like we could like us just like touching that table probably like would have done that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, I think I was doomed regardless. Because like I saw no like person like going around cleaning tables, so it's like, yeah, I'm sure I caught something from those kids. But yeah, that was fun though. It was fun like just meeting someone else that's not like I'm not the only man wife there. Like Wally is just equally as a man wife as I am, maybe even more. So that was good to know. Oh yeah, and after that, I think, oh yeah, we went to the mall, and that's why like I know y'all are a bunch of enablers, because I gave y'all warning that like you take me to the mall, it will be bad. And y'all like clocked at H&M. And like, come on, B. Hey, it's your calling. It's right there. It's right there for you. Went in, $300 down the drain. And I walked up to y'all. I was like, we need to leave. But you know what? At least these clothes will last me for a bit, though. I think I'm the only one that bought anything from there too. I don't think anyone else bought anything from H&M. What did you buy? A lot, Bristol. I brought a lot. To a point where it was becoming a concern of me like flying back, because I didn't I had to like cram a lot of clothing, a lot more than I originally packed. Should just be fat, then you can't shop there because they don't carry your size. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like a lot of the shops there are fat phobic, so I guess that in a way that is a way to save money. You have to worry about buying stuff that you can't fit.
Come and mop up, boys.
But yeah, like that was really bad. Outcast. Yeen raid.
Outcast _ just boarded a cadaver with 57 passengers.
Holy shit. Yo, what up? Outcast, how you doing?
Come and mop up, boys.
Hello. I am DeadStrayBear. I draw art. I did some macro, well, technically a micro March content. Don't ask like what's gonna happen to the jar.
Absolutely destroy me.
Oh yeah, so I was in the middle of like telling chat of my trip to Maryland, which is where they filmed Blair Witch. So we went to the actual film locations of like we tried to do a side-by-side comparison. Like obviously this is what like a shot from the film, and we tried to recreate it. We tried our best. we did think it was kind of weird that apparently like the tombstone is, or not tombstone, gravestone, headstone, whatever, got like flipped around, but like we got pretty close.
Bite-sized Crumpet is on board the cadaver.
Bite-sized Crumpet, I love that username. Welcome on board. I wonder how much tourism they still get today because of the movie, dude. So yeah, I was telling them that like this sign is not the original sign. The original sign got like yoinked up by fans like 20 years ago after the movie came out. So they have this as a replacement. I think it got replaced like 3 times. But the moment we like stepped foot like near this, like a random dude popped out, just just to yell at us to like, try not to break it. And it's like, oh shit! If he had to like come out here like anytime like a person like showed up, then it's like, oh, it must be kind of bad, I guess. Have you seen the recent Blair Witch documentary? The one 2 hour long. It has like a ton of behind the scenes footage. I have not yet. I've yet to do that yet. I'm aware of it though. I haven't had time to watch it though. Oh god, these people probably didn't know peace throughout the 90s or early 2000s. Probably not. Yeah, I looked it up. They had to replace it. Yeah. That, I mean, it makes sense of why the guy like came out to yell at us to like, don't break it. But the place in general, like the cemetery is like hella cool though, because you got like really old, like 400-year-old like headstones there, and it's like very, picturesque. It's very peaceful too, like with the backdrops like this. It's like, it's really cool. It's very emo of me, sure, it does sound like that, but I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff anyway. As you can see with my shirt that says this is not normal. Oh god. But yeah, no, Outcast. But thank you for the rate though. If you gotta do like, any like post stream aftercare, feel free to do so on my part. I think I'll wrap up soon anyway. I am under the weather. If you can kind of tell in my voice, I got sick after my trip. Or during. It's hard to place it. I think I got sick on the Saturday, and then on the day I flew out, I was showing symptoms and was in denial of it for like a whole day, and then come to the conclusion that I am sick again. So and but yeah, I should be taking my medicine soon. Definitely I should have taken it like an hour ago. But yeah, that's all I'm doing, because I drew myself in a jar and I got that done, and I'll probably post that tomorrow. Yeah, I got a dip, but have a good stream. Yeah, and thanks again for the raid, Outcast. Appreciate you. Oh jeez. Let's see, what was I doing? So what's over here? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, what else did we do? We had ice cream, and then after that, he's pissing. Oh my god, y'all. If I get rid of it, there you go. It's just it's like, yeah, I drew that in like 2 seconds because I needed like a thumbnail to use for my stream announcement. Okay, that's all. Then the movies. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we went to the movies.
You're gonna piss and
because
cum.
There was a movie theater like attached to the mall that we went to, and we could not like decide what to watch because like it's between either Project Hail Mary or The Goat and something else. Hoppers. Yeah, Hoppers. But once we brought up The Goat, and then the subject of Moto popped up, and it's like, well, we had to do it for Moto. And we ended up like picking like a late night showing of The Goat. Glad we watched The Goat. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we watched The Goat too. Like, I ended up liking it a whole lot more than I thought I would. Because I did have like a little, like a slight concern that it might be a little bit hyper paced. Just based off the trailer. I'm not a big fan of like very fast movies, but I think it was pretty. It was pretty good, well paced, I think. and energetic would probably be a better term of like what I thought it would be. But yeah, there was surprisingly a lot of fuckable characters. Like Moto for one. Moto is icon. Like he's not wrong about that. Like the most like exciting part of the movie. It's like he's like really fucky, and like people are really fucky.
It's giving dog
about him too. Like the people were
it's
like,
good shit.
"Marry me, Moto," and then no, marry me. It's like a full grown ass dude. And it's like okay. And also Grizz, like, and I didn't know like Grizz would show up a whole lot more in the movie. I thought he would just show up at the very beginning as like the neighborhood bully, but he kept reappearing. I'm like, okay, I'm down for this. Let's go. But also, even for this movie, it's still, you know, targeted my buy panic because Jet. You know, whenever Will was like in fear of Jet eating him, I'm like, dude, same. Well, it wouldn't be fear. I'll say that. Like I would be perfectly be fine being a prey animal to Jet. So yeah, I was on that. I was on that for a bit too. Oh, the capybara, Daryl, I think his name, the capybara character, he was actually surprisingly very cute too. Like he's a really well-designed capybara like character. Like they did that character right. Also, lesbian striped hyena. Like what the fuck? Like yeah, like the movie is like really like, you know, balls to the wall crazy with like attacking us. But however, I can't wait for that movie to get on a, you know, digital release and whatnot. Or I mean, it might already be on digital release, I think, because it is such a good drinking game movie where whenever you see a Sony product, you take a shot. I need the art book. Yeah, dude, I need the art book too. Like, I need to see like what the process was to like make these characters. Like Will's mom, she's a mom. Oh yeah, dude, Will's mom is a mom, dude. Like she a baddie. Like that's the thing too. Like they do baddies across the board. Like I said, Jet is a baddie. Ooh, God, she can like break my ankles. Like, you know, try and do defense. Like she can break more than that technically. But yeah, I would love to see like the process of what they do to make these characters. Like they're so shapely. Also, I don't know, but like I can feel that people are gonna draw like porn of that landlord because he canonically fucks a lot, and I feel like that's a thing that people are gonna do with their breeder kink. That the only way they can celebrate is by making another baby. Like, that shit was so funny. Like I got cackled more than I thought I would.
Nico DeBell just cheered 100 bits. She could wring my neck till I become her favorite shade of purple.
Oh.
Some bear with a nice ass.
Okay. All right. But yeah, no, he fucks, dude. He fucks. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the goat. Oh, what's up? Okay, what else? Take a shot whenever there's a Sony
When am I
product,
gonna get between them cheeks?
or take a shot whenever there's a Mercedes-Benz on screen. There you go. That's your drinking game. Take a shot whenever there's a Sony product in a Sony movie, and take a shot whenever there's a Mercedes-Benz on screen. Drinking game right there. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think after that, that's when we all dispersed. We were in the we went to the parking garage to do our little doodles and Dai's like sketchbook, and then we all kind of like dispersed. And we had to drop off Wally. The shame Wally's not here. He gave like a little rundown. Apparently he did play D&D at a point, and he had like a horrible DM about it. Like, ugh, I feel bad for him. He said he does want to play D&D at some point, but he just needs to find like a group. I'm like, but when the stars align, the group will find you, type deal. But yeah, his first go around was a complete nightmare. I feel bad. And then after we dropped him off, then it was just Frost. It's such a missed opportunity. I should have like barged into your home. Because we were joking. We were like, because you went back into your house to get something, and me and Ray were just talking. And I'm like, what if I just like run in there? Because I'm kind of curious of what the interior of your home would be. Is it worth catching a charge of home invasion? Maybe. I wouldn't know. If you wanted to be inside your walls. But I don't know. I thought it would be interesting. But Frost like gave us like little pins, and he gave me a little Mothman one that it's like a Mothman holding a D20 die, and I'm like, that is so fucking adorable and so on brand. Because I have an assortment of Mothman stuff, but you mixing Mothman with D&D, that's cute. Sounds hot. Wait, what?
It's getting
Is the Mothman caked up? No, no. But that would have been something on our list if we had enough time. I do want to see the caked up Mothman statue in Point Pleasant, but if we had enough time though. And yeah, and that's it. And then that was Saturday, and then Sunday we kind of we chilled, and I forced Ray to watch Westworld for a season 1 of Westworld, and that was it. Is that the one with the tramp stamp? I think so. It's the one with the abs and the booty. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was a short trip. We tried to do as much as we could with the time we had. Wasn't a whole lot, but you know, made it work. But I'm trying to think. Yes, and he only needed to watch season 1. Only indeed. Well, I mean, he's down to watch the other seasons, and I'm totally down to make him watch the other ones too. Like, obviously, yeah, season 1 is like good, it's good, but I do appreciate the other seasons as well. But I'm not gonna go into that though, because I think I talked enough. We're going for 5 hours. God, it doesn't feel like it's been 5 hours, but I guess it has been, huh? Here, I'll leave it on the jar. But let's go ahead and see who we can raid. Yeah, I'll be letting you guys go and do your nightly duties. But yeah, that was pretty much it though. It was a chill stream. It was a chill trip. I just wish I didn't get sick in the process, so that's the sucky part. And what's funny too is like I've talked about the fact that my mom was a hypochondriac, so like I didn't get sick enough as a kid, and that costing me being more sick the later I got like in life. It's so funny we talked about that. We actually had that conversation like maybe like a day before, and then sure enough, universe wanted to be funny about it. It's like, oh, word, you don't get sick enough as a kid? Oh, right, okay. And then, bam. Yeah, no, my mom was very strict on like with me as a kid about like, you know, make sure I wash my hands, stuff like that. But because of that, I didn't get sick a whole lot as a kid. But high school and college, I ended up getting sick a lot. And it was absolutely no bueno. And, you know, still get sick now. Meanwhile, Ethan, he'll get the sniffles. He'll be like, oh man, I don't feel good. He'll take a nap and then he'll be like, oh, well, I mean, I'm all better now. Blood pressure rising. He'll be like, I got a little itchy throat. I got itchy throat. Sleeps. Oh, must have been nothing. Yeah, look at him. He's like, I sleep for a day or two, but then he's right as rain. Meanwhile, it's been a whole week for me. I sleep, I rest, I take care of myself. I do that too. I do that too, Ethan. My immune system is a steel grinder. I shrugged off oncoming sickness multiple times in the past 7 years ago. Do it better. I don't need your ridicule. All right, we could raid into Oh My Richard. He's doing art. Yeah, no one else is doing art. I need to rub a whole tub of Vicks on your chest at night. Why a whole tub? Why? Kira Boops is also streaming. He's doing Rampage through time. It's a game. I mean, you know what? I did micro. We let's go for macro. He's doing macro March. So you want to watch like monsters like fuck a building? We can go and do that. What was the red message? It was something about like you can't put the pee back in the balls. You probably could do that. I actively speedrun sickness. I don't have time to be sick. Ugh. I wish I can do that. I can't. Like, I'm so full of vitamin C and zinc and turmeric to try to speedrun this cold to the point where I feel like I'm doing harm to it. Like, to the point of that happening. So I'm trying to speedrun it. I'm trying. You're streaming and working because I need money to buy more vitamins and turmeric. You can't put pee back in the balls. There you go, Frost. Thank you for the hookup with the raid message. We'll have that. And we'll be back on Tuesday. Yeah. Anyway. Good night. Oh, God.
I'm gonna cool.